everyone, this is Chris from Stylharmony. Thank you for joining me. So in today's video, I would like to show you how to use applique. You can also call them embroidery patches if you want, but they're normally called applique. And this is what they look like. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I've got other pieces here, but I'm going to show you. I have modified them a little bit. So first let me show you these, the one that I have here, and I bought them online, and if you're interested, just tell me and I will put the link below. I just haven't got the time yet to find the link, but I will. So just remind me in case I forget to give you the link to where I bought them, and I think it was on eBay. I'm not really sure. I have to go back and check. So they are beautiful. They are really well made. They have a sunny, very shiny side, and the other one is almost perfect. Sometimes you can't really even tell the back from the front, which tells you how well it is done. And I've bought a whole bunch of these, and I have much more, and they're really not expensive, and you can do a whole lot with this. You can leave them as is, you can sew them on, you can glue in them on fabric, and I'm going to show you another way to use them. So here they are, and it's cotton base. So this is quite important because we're going to be putting some stiffener on it, which actually I'm going to use just glue because I don't have any fabric stiffener, and it works just fine, and it's so cheap. So they are beautiful, and I really recommend using them. And actually I got this idea because I'm invited for a wedding, and I wanted to do something a little special to my hair, or put something in my hair as well. So I've used a lot of them, and I still have a whole pack, 2 or 3 packs like this with different sizes. And look at this one. I really want to show you this one. This one is beautiful. Can you see that? That just could be one decoration for itself. It doesn't need anything else. Imagine putting this in your hair. That's going to be beautiful, but it's not going to stay like this. It's a bit too flimsy to put in your hair. So what I came out with is just putting some stiffener on it. So you can buy special fabric stiffeners, but I just decided to use glue. And I've tried Elmer's glue, and I've tried Mod Podge. And in fact, I prefer the Elmer's glue because maybe my Mod Podge was a bit old, but it turned a little bit yellow, and it stays really white. I mean, they're all white, but they stay just the same color with the Elmer's glue, and also it's a little bit more stiff. So that's how they look like now. So they are stiffer, okay, but they are still very bendable. So you can put them in shape when you need to use them. You can put them in shape, and they will stay just like this, however you want to put them. So I really like this if you want to make an angle, and it's really, really nice. And I had the idea to make me, I don't know, and I will probably do another video, because you could make some bracelets or any piece of jewelry. You could make some earrings with this, because obviously if you use this as an earring, it's going to be a bit, you know, flimsy depending on the design. It's going to bend. It's not going to look nice. This is going to look nice. And also what you can do is paint them. If you don't like the white color and you want to have anything else, you can use acrylic paint on this. Just put a little bit on it if you don't want to have too bright colors, because remember, acrylic, when it dries, it goes darker. So I've done this to all these pieces, and they're completely dry. And also I did this to these flowers. I decided that I wanted something 3D. So what I did after putting the glue on is just using a bottle, a spray bottle that I have here, and I've put it upside down like this, and I put it in shape and let it dry. And this morning, you don't need to let it dry overnight. I just think it's better depending on your place if it's hot or not. And now look at that. They really have a nice shape. And so you can have also 3D decorations to put in your hair or as a jewelry. You could put this as a ring, for example, and put some beads inside. I have so many ideas, and I wanted to share this with you. So in order to do this, let's take this away just for a moment. I'm going to put this aside. What you will need is just a piece of, I'm using cookie sheets here. You will need 2, one for the glue and with your embroidery that you've chosen to stick, and one to make it totally dry. Don't use the same sheet. So let me show you what I did. So you will need Elmer's glue, and you will need a little bit of water. And what I've done is I use my spray bottle. I always have a spray bottle and a spray of alcohol as well, depending on my project. So I'm gonna take here, and I've got some laces. I've got so many beautiful things in here. Look at this one. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I have to stop with this because I could spend hours showing you what I've got here. I'm just looking for something. Okay, not too small. That's gonna be fine. Okay, so you take your piece of applique here and try to remember what is the good side. There is a good side and a wrong side, so put the wrong side down. You can mix your glue with a little bit of water. Some people say 50% glue, 50% water. I don't do it that way because it's too liquidy. I just like to spray on both sides my applique and just put the water inside here. Because it's cotton, it's going to absorb the water, so it's going to help your glue go deep into the fibers here. That's the trick. If it's not something that is water soluble, or I would say at least natural fabric, it's going to stay on top and it's not going to work. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here on the side, and I might do a little close-up here so you can see. Okay, so I've got my piece of embroidery here. I already spread it with water, and you need this stiff brush in order to make the glue get in there. It needs to really go into your fibers, into the core of your fibers, and go in there. So that's really important. And you could dip it directly into it, but I think this way it's better. I know some people don't like to put their hands into glue. I don't really mind, you know, it's just glue. You can always clean your hands afterwards, but if you don't like it, you go this way. That's what I've done yesterday with all my pieces. And I was listening to a nice music doing that. That was great. It was really kind of peaceful. So get well in there. This is why you need the stiff brush. And do the same thing on the other side. Normally you don't have to do much on the other side because you can feel that you've got all your glue in there. It's going to kind of seep out anyway. If you put too much, it's not going to do more. And once you're happy with this, take it away and let it dry onto a very clean piece of parchment paper or cookie sheet here. So it's not going to, because if it stays in there, it's not going to dry as fast. Okay, so I'm just going to put this aside. Now I showed you how I did it. And it doesn't take long, really. So I'm going to put this aside. And now I'm going to talk about my little project. So I have two projects, and you'll tell me which one you like best. So actually, let me take this one away. I'm going to come back with this, my paper here, because on white, you're not going to see anything. So I had a project of either using a headband. So I'm going to go back and zoom out. So I had this white headband. It's just a very common white plastic headband, and I put some lace that I have on top of it because that was my first idea, to make a decoration on the headband and put my flowers on it. So I thought about doing something like this, but then I find out that maybe you won't see it on the screen, but I was doing this yesterday night and my light was not great. And actually it's not white, it's kind of creamy color, like maybe eggshell, lighter, but it's not white. So when I put it on, I can really see the difference. So I might have to do it again. But if I put my flower on here, and I know that you can see it, it's kind of disappearing. You can't see it very well because it's on white and white. So then I thought, I have another headband. The color is not the right color, but I can always paint it or try to find a black one. And when I put my flower here, I can see it much better. Okay, even though I have a black line here, I think it's going to be, you're going to see it more in your hair. So I don't know, what do you think? Because I'm really concerned about that. I can't see it here. Do you agree? What do you think? Because this is going to disappear into my hair. Even though I don't have this kind of color, but I think this is maybe too wetting. It's better for I don't know, I think I prefer this one, and it's also very thin. So anyway, you could use the headband and put your decorations on, but it's not easy to work on a curved surface. So what I decided to do is just use here a paper, and when I was okay with the flowers I wanted to use, I just started to see how exactly I wanted to put them. So just imagine here, I'm going to put this flower on one side. I'm not going to go all the way, but I want something like this or like this. I'm going to put it this side. So I have a flower going left, I've got the other one going right, and then I didn't know. So the easiest way to do it is actually put it down on a piece of paper. And this one I think is too clear. You're not going to see much, so I'm going to put it here. I think it'll be better, yeah. So now that at least I know my size, I thought that, so I've got one flower facing this way and one flower facing the other way. And because it's soft, I'm going to be able to bend it so it will follow the shape of my head. So that's going to be good. And then I thought maybe I could use some feathers because I don't want to put too much. Maybe you're going to tell me this is more for the bride, but I've seen people wearing this kind of thing and it costs a fortune when you buy them in the shops. Just because you've got wedding on it, it's just like when you buy art stuff. Because it's art, you're paying a fortune. So again, my feather is going one way and going the other way here. And I can trim them down, and it's the same for this. I thought using maybe this kind of piece sticking out here, but it's way too big, so I can always trim it down and use just a little piece of it if I want to. So put my, I know it's not perfect here, it's just to give you an idea on whatever you can do. It's endless. The possibilities here are endless. So I do believe I'm going to cut them because they're way too long. And by the way, my feathers here, I'm not sure if they're going to last long. So what you can do if your feathers are not the highest quality is once you've put them down and your project is over, I would put some hairspray on it so they will not lose all their feathers, and they're going to stay nice all day long or all night long if you keep this for the night if you don't change. So I would definitely, at least for me, am going to put some hairspray on it. So I thought doing this with my feathers here, maybe add here, because you can glue things together if you want to make it bigger. You don't even have to sew anything because you have already glue there. So go ahead with some more glue. And I thought maybe putting another flower just here on top to cover the back here. I'm going to zoom in more. Oops, sorry, it's going, my new camera is going very fast in zooming. But look at that, I can take this part away if I don't like it. Or I can add one little piece here. I might add one more there. Otherwise I think it's too straight. But isn't this nice? You can do the shapes, you can do the size, you can do whatever you want with this. And this would be then glued onto my headband if I wanted to use my headband. So this is one example. And I thought I was also going to use some little pearls here. They're flat back pearls. And I could put one just here in the middle, the biggest one here, because it needs something. Don't know if you agree, but it needs a little bit. And probably put some little here, but the ones I have are so small, I'm not sure you could see them on camera, but I would put some little beads here and there. These also are flat back beads. Maybe put some here and there just to make it, you know, something nice. And can you see that? I can't even see it on my camera, but you know, never know if you have better eyes than I do. Let me put this here. I think it's really tiny. I hope you'll be able to see it. It's just there. But yeah, that's just an idea I wanted to give you because it's really not expensive and you can do a whole lot of this. And again, as I said, maybe do some jewelry or bracelets or earrings if they're not too big. That would be nice. So this was the idea for my headband, and I will show you a picture as soon as I'm done with it and gluing everything on. You don't need to see me glue it on. I mean, you know what gluing is. And I've also have this other project I thought could be nice too, is just using a hair clip. So I've got this hair clip. It can be any shape you want. I'm just using one as an example, and again I'm with my feathers, and I love these two shapes. I really think they're beautiful. And one thing I'm probably going to do, and I'm going to do it right now, is cut here these pieces I don't like. And again, I'm going to have feathers for ages in my house. So I'm going to cut this away because I think it's going to be in the way. I don't want them to be there. Okay. So I'm putting this like that. And I need something to be a bit straighter. Because this piece of paper is not great. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's far better. And then I thought doing something like this. So I'm giving you again ideas, ladies, because I think you're going to be interested by that. Summer is coming and we might be invited, and it's for a wedding, but you could do this in any other color for any other occasion. And I want to hide here my hair clip. So I'm just going to put two feathers, one facing different directions, and then I might put one more flower in the center here, and maybe one of the flowers that are in 3D like this on top. Gosh, sometimes I am too left-handed, so this is going to be nice. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. How do you think this is looking? I like it. Okay, and here I've got my flower, my 3D flower on top. And I could still put my bead here, a nice flat back or entire bead in the center. It's not really easy to work when things are not glued down, but I don't want to glue them down if I'm not happy with it. And I'm going to make it facing you. I think it's going to be better this way. Yeah, look at that. Isn't this beautiful? I really like it, and it looks expensive, and you could put more feathers. I might put just one or two more here, or longer, much longer. Maybe that could be an idea as well. Look at that. If I put one very long here on the sides. Maybe it's a bit too long, but it's just trying to find something nice, and I like the way they move as well. But look at that. I think that you could do a lot with something very cheap, and again, I said with a whole bunch of this I had, you can make so many different things. So I just wanted to share this with you. I'm going to glue that one on for sure, and I'm not going to use hot glue for this because I know I repeat this in every of my videos, but hot glue doesn't like non-porous surfaces. It's not meant to last long. So I'm going to use maybe some crazy glue here, or just a really strong glue, not even Elmer's glue, not on something metallic. And I'll show you the pictures as soon as I'm done. So please, if you enjoyed this video, consider give me some thumbs up and comment. I love when you comment, and I really need to have your advice here. So what do you think about it? And if you think that the white handband is better, or the maybe darker one, or at least this thinner one would be better. And yes, leave me your comments, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe also to this channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye. Have a great day.